Very good point.
A lot of comments coming in. Bill James wants to know off the YouTube, how high is Judd Jones right now?
2 out of 10. 2 out of 10.
Well, 2's not bad though.
No. Not bad at all. Not bad at all.
Oh, not bad at all. And let's be honest. It's the legal shit with Judd Jones. He's allowed to do this. He's got what do you got again?
Oh yeah, anything.
You got anything?
Yeah, just name it. That's
what
right.
Do you think
pick something off the doctor's list.
Yeah, right.
Even in Florida, what do you think of the spring breakers down there in Miami? That's a big fucking story there, Judd Jones.
Well, it seems to be well. Look, first of all, people who've been gathering have been doing that in Florida since the summer.
Right.
And again, like when you compare Florida to other states that were locked down, Florida has done no worse than California. It's done no worse than New York, and it's been wide open. But the reason that they put this state of emergency and all that, dude, there's some violent shit going on when the sun goes down. Like, that's the problem. I mean, it's not the, people doing shots and girls whipping out their titties for pictures. I mean, it's like there's some like bad shit going on at night because there's overwhelmed with the amount of people, so that's almost like a separate discussion from the COVID thing, because I mean, it's just odd, man. Again, Florida is such the butt of all the jokes, right?
Yeah.
Like, but it's like, if you, by any metrics you look at, Florida has done it right. And I if they didn't do it right, I'd tell you they didn't do it right. But I mean, looking at it, it's like, well, nobody was like locked down, and they did no worse than any state that was locked down. And Florida's got like the second oldest population next to, I think, fucking New Hampshire or Vermont.
Yeah.
And then but had like such fewer deaths even for old people compared to like California. You know?
You know that old Bugs Bunny cartoon where he's sawing off Florida?
Oh, I saw that. Yeah,
Mike, you know that. You know your cartoons.
Right. I love Bud. He went ape.
But I said on Twitter, Bugs Bunny had the right idea all those years ago. We got to just cut Florida off and let it float out into the ocean.
Florida might want to be cut off before too long. The hell with everything else that's going on. Yeah.
I thought when those guys invaded the White House, I was like, I thought we were gonna have a Confederate flag hanging there for a few weeks. I was like, yes.
Well, there was one there for a little while. Oddly enough,
short time, right?
Yeah.
Fucking crazy, man.
People should just be cool and just try to get along. If that's even possible, I don't know if it is.
People were never cool. I think because of social media, we realized, oh, right, everyone's an asshole.
No. See, now I would go against that. What you just said.
Really?
I think it's whether it's 10 years ago, 20 years ago, or now. You travel around the country, the vast majority of people from all backgrounds live and work in harmony amongst each other.
Right.
Now, because of social media, the story, you might not have known of something that happened in Nevada, where it was some hate crime, something or other. And now you see it on national news coast to coast. So they keep pumping it, and it makes us think, oh, this is the narrative of the country. And that's what I mean. That kind of shit drives me crazy. Like people say that it's like, it's all, whatever the term they use, but like almost going to be a race war in this country. Not even fucking close. You want to talk about numbers and regular people who are living their lives? They're looking at the stuff on the news almost like entertainment's not the right word, but like it's not even real because it's not their normal lives.
Most people in harmony is right. I mean,
right. But in saying that, it is good that social media blows up, a racist this and that or something like that. So to put a microscope on it, that is a benefit. But the way that it seems to be like the way people kind of accept it is, oh, well, this is just America now. And I just call bullshit on that. No,
it's not.
I just call bullshit on it.
A small part of wherever it happened. You're right. Yeah. Because that's why I always love comedy and stand-up, because you know what? We always had all kinds of people, races, genders, religion, whatever, right? And most comics show, even though there's some hostility here with people, right? Basically, the whole community got along with each other, and it wasn't, the rest of the world should get along like that.
The vast majority of people get along with each other, no matter who you are.
Judd, I got to agree with you, I think. Because I read a book many years ago called The Culture of Fear. And the media is to blame for that horse shit. They scare the crap out of all of us about, one little incident makes it feel like this is what's happening across America.
Right.
In the Culture of Fear, they broke down how many kids were actually poisoned by Halloween candy.
Yeah,
razor
razor blades or
growing
whatever.
up. It's like everyone had to check their candy, and your parents would eat the good stuff, going, "Oh, I'm just making sure there's no poison."
This is poisonous.
They, in the book Culture of Fear, they did a research study on that whole thing, and the amount of kids that were actually poisoned by Halloween candy was so minimal. And it turns out pretty much all the cases were inside jobs by family members.
Oh,
so
yeah.
That whole thing when we were growing up was complete bullshit that was spun out of control by, the media. Right. And they continue to do it to this day.
The media always liked evil because it sells more papers and people pay attention because it's horrible.
Right. Even like 20 years ago. And now the term is clickbait.
Right.
Like just show me something to click on that looks like some horrible shit that's happening around the country or whatever. And it's like, okay, some asshole did some bullshit here. It's not a pervasive thing coast to coast,
Right.
Even when this COVID's over, I guarantee the media is going to be jumping on something, excited about something else that's horrible.
Yeah. But I tell you what, where most of this terrible shit happens is Democrat-run states.
Are you calling me a libtard?
God damn it. Shit, man. Yeah.
Are you calling me a dumb snowflake, you son of a bitch?
All right.
Oh, my God. Why can't we got to figure out one thing that the right and the left agree on. What is that one thing, would you say?
I don't even know how you can answer that now because, again, going back to like during 4 years of Trump, that created, for whatever reason, and I can't subscribe to it's just him because that means if every bad thing that's happened in 4 years up to now is because of Trump, that's your own individual fault for thinking one person makes that big of a difference.
Of course.
100%.
Like an earthquake happens, they would blame it on him.
Right. But the divide that has been perpetuated in social media and all of that, it's almost like it's gone over to politicians now, and they will never, like, can you imagine literally 5 Republicans going over to the Democrats and saying, hey, we agree on this legislation, we're going to pass it. Yeah. Like, that would be so foreign now. Well, fuck. Not less than 10 years ago, 6 years ago, that was a normal thing.
I know.
Right.
But now it's like, oh, we can't do that. And they talk about filibuster. This time. If you're doing legitimate shit, and like you're saying, Republicans and Democrats can agree on something, the filibuster wouldn't even be a variable. Like to come up with things that we can do collectively to benefit the country.
Sarah from Buffalo says that maybe the right and the left could agree on the fact that we all hate the Kardashians. That's a good place to start.
That's
and then someone said the only thing that will get the right and the left together is to get Opie and Anthony back together.
That's right.
I think we'll have a revolution then. We need it because
that would cure the country of its ills.
Mike, more importantly, why do you have so much headroom in your video? And it looks like you got like a nice flat top hairdo, man. I think that might be my next haircut right there.
I like having short hair because it's easy to keep. You know what I mean? It's easier. And the thing is, you don't have to just wake up with it. Like, boom, it's done.
See, Mike's got a good look, man. The horn rim glasses, the high tie.
You know what I look like now, Judd? I feel like
you look like an insurrectionist.
Oh, good. I feel no, that's partially.
Coming from me, right?
I look like Floyd the Barber from the Andy Griffith Show. All right. Yeah. Or Harvey Keitel in The Irishman.
It looks like you should be on the top of a clock tower there, Mike Bichette.
Yeah. No, but I definitely look like I'm from the late 50s or early 60s for sure, right?
I shouldn't talk. I don't know what the fuck this is. So my next move, I'm shaving it all. I'm hoping there's enough on top so I could have like a fucking mohawk. I'm going mohawk.
Sure, why not?
Speaking of mohawk, guys, I watched one of my favorite movies the other time again for the 80th time.
Taxi Driver.
Dances with Wolves.
Oh, okay.
Dancing with Wolves is one of your favorite movies?
Yeah.
Why?
First of all, because for decades, Native American people were misrepresented in TV and film and real life because, first of all, I loved that they were speaking their language throughout most of it, and it showed them as people, not as savage. It showed them how people they were. And I kind of liked when they killed all those white prick soldiers at the end of it. I was like, yes.
I gotta agree with Mike on this. I gotta agree with Mike. Yeah,
but I'm laughing at Bill James. He just writes off the YouTube, that movie stinks.
Well, I don't agree, man. I don't agree. No, I'm with Mike on that.
He probably likes, dude, where's my car?
That's not a bad one. Not a bad one.
I think they made Costner an honorary member.
Oh, really? That. You're a fan of all the genders, right there, Mikey?
As long as people are cool with people, I don't care what they do.
There you go. That's how we should all be, right?
And that's how most people are. Again, that's what I'm saying, man. Nobody gives a shit about this or that or whatever.
No, as long as
are you an okay person that's going to be nice if we cross paths?
Of course.
That's all anybody cares about.
As long as you're not hurting yourself or other people, who cares? Everything goes after that.
I think you're correct, man. I think it's the media and our political system that is trying to get us to go to war with each other. Right?
Morons.
Absolutely. You want lines in the sand.
I'll carry two 9mm Glocks strapped to my side.
Yeah. You mean pretty much what you normally do. That's what you're telling me? Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah.
I think it's too bad that all the JFK movies have been made because Mike Bichetti would be perfect for some kind of part in a JFK movie with that look.
Yeah.
Joe Pesci was in the JFK, right?
Huh?
Joe Pesci was in the JFK movie.
And that Kevin Costner, too, right?
Costner, right? A whole bunch of people.
Joe Pesci, I don't remember that.
What part would you play in a JFK movie, Mike, with that look?
I'd love to be Jimmy Hoffa hating on the Kennedys.
I don't want Jimmy Hoffa to him.
Jimmy Hoffa, you got the personality for it, Mike, for sure.
Yeah, I think that would work.
I don't, but did you guys ever see the movie Chappaquiddick? That was horrible.
I never saw the movie, but obviously know the story. Yeah.
No, it was pretty brutal, and it showed what a dickbag Joe Kennedy was in the movie. I'm like, whoa, a small part of it.
How about how much of a dickbag Ted Kennedy was? He went home and took a nap.
Yeah,
right. I know.
Went to the authorities.
But you know what happened? He called his father up on the phone. Now his father just had a stroke, part of a stroke.
Yeah.
And he was on the phone with him and he goes, alibi. That's the word he put. I'm like, what?
Oh, gotta have an alibi. Whoa. Get out of there.
Right.
Unbelievable.
Man.
Right.
That's why he went home and took a nap with the seaweed still in his hair.
Probably. They had a bit, I can't blame them for what they turned out to be because they started with a bad foundation. I mean, their father was like a bootlegger with Al Capone years ago, you know what I mean? And that's how they made a lot of their money. And, you know what? You can't help what you're born into. You know what I mean? You can't blame his kids for that's his sins.
Mike, you're off camera. All right, there you go. All right.
Sorry.
Weebles wobble.
I wobble pretty much.
Mike, you were like this. You were talking, making a great point, and then it was like this.
Yeah.
And then
I thought we were going to fade out to commercial.
Oh, no.
Yeah, right on.
See, that's the thing. I love doing this with you guys because you guys get me, right?
Goddamn right, Mike.
Most people think I have the mentality of a light bulb. You know what I mean?
Mike, where are you at with the guns in America? We got another mass shooting that happened, right?
Just take all the cycle guns away from, you know what I mean? Because there's no reason.
Oh, boy, here we go.
No, it's true because the thing is, why does a normal civilian need a 400-round machine gun that can, wipe out half the free world in his house?
I don't disagree with that.
Wouldn't it be good if a shooter happened, if everybody's packed, and they'd be able to open up on that idiot without killing other people?
Good point.
That's where I'm at with guns. This is my controversial statement today, but I absolutely believe there's a gun problem in America. But I also believe, second part of my statement, we'll never solve it. There's no fucking way we'll ever solve it. So we might as well just get more and more guns.
You know why? Because even if you make all these regulations and rules, there are still people with gun shows across the country that'll sell people anything as long as they have the cash.
Well, see, and this is the thing where, I was talking to my dad the other day, and I mean, look, we had had a dedicated room to guns when I grew up, and but in Florida and in Colorado, oddly enough, you have to have a background check at a gun show, right? What they talk about with a federal background investigation is making it a federal law. Florida, ironically enough, and Colorado have made it a law that you can't just, it used to be you could just go, okay, Mike, you're selling a gun.